Why am I still in the cryotube?
Chief, look up.
I really don't like the sound of that. Let's get up to the observation deck and see what's going on. I know you just woke up, but we really should figure out who or what's on board. Head to the observation deck.
How long was I out?
4 years, 7 months, 10 days.
Somebody should have found us by now. If the UNSC hasn't responded to our rescue beacon by now, they're not going to.
Rescue beacons are still transmitting, but
What's that?
the elevator doors look sealed tight.
Not a problem.
Chief, watch out! That was close. We're going to have to avoid that debris if we want to get up there. How about we avoid the falling debris? You can get out of the way when that happens, you know.
Did the intrusion sensors tell you where the breaches were?
Unless you can see through walls, we won't know what we're dealing with until you find those blast doors. Anytime you want to roll open those blast doors is fine by me. That's one possibility. Landing craft flanking us! Get ready!
We need to get off this ship.
Easier said than done. We've got bigger problems. We've got a cruiser on an intercept course. If we don't do something about that, we're not going anywhere.
Are any of the ship-to-ship defenses online?
Only the Hyperion missiles, but we'll have to fire them manually from the outer hull.
Can they take down the cruiser?
Normally they wouldn't do much, but luckily for us, their shields are down.
There's something out there.
A large celestial body. Maybe the Covenant's base of operations? Chief, giant Covenant cruiser, remember? Get off to the missile deck! If we're gonna do this, we better be quick about it!
These Covenants seem more fanatical than the ones we fought before.
Well, it has been 4 years. Who knows what they've gotten up to? I'm sorry, did I miss orbiting a Forerunner planet at some point?
One thing at a time. The missile controls.
Right, first things first. Covenant boarding parties! They're looking for a way inside. This is how they've been getting in. We're running out of time! Find the launch station! Chief, the cruiser's powering up its main energy projector. We've got to fire that missile now. We've got to fire that missile. The cruiser's in range. They're moving to attack position. Hurry! Chief, the missile won't fire till you clear the mechanism. Go! You do know you don't have to wait until the last minute just to impress me, right? We've got to hurry. The second we cross into the roof, the atmosphere is going to tear us apart. We've got to get off the Dawn. Go, go, go! Run! I don't know how much longer this place will hold together. We need to get off the ship. There, the escape pods are on the far side of that vehicle bay. The floor's collapsed. You'll have to run to make it. Covenant cruiser! The gravity well's pulling us into the planet.
Direct all power to the suit shields. I'm aiming for the opening.
Aim for the opening? That's your big plan for getting us out of this? You don't know what's down there. You want to go inside there? Just once I wish you'd take me somewhere nice. Chief, watch out! I channeled all the suit's power into your shields. Cycling the charge now. Next time, I drive.
How many ships made it through the roof?
Plenty. Why?
We still need a ride home.
Well, in case they're not feeling particularly generous, you might want to have a look for some ammo first. It sounds like our distress signal is still looping.
Some piece of Forward Unto Dawn is still operational.
Must be. But where is it coming from? We've got a live one here.
What is all this?
I was reviewing some of Dr. Halsey's research. I had to do something to keep myself busy while we were up there. We've got another live one here. Non-believers walk the sacred ground. Purge the heretics so they do not foul the air of paradise. I'd have thought the Holy War thing would have gotten old by now. I don't think we'll find anything with a slipspace engine around here. We need to figure out how to get access to a Covenant vessel. The Covenant fleet spread out when they came in through the planet's shell. It's just a matter of figuring out where those ships are going. We've got company! Scouting party. They found us. If there are more scouts like those, it should make it easier to find a ship. Let's go. Impressive.
This is a lot more activity than we saw on the Halo rings.
And as far as I can tell, it's just waking up. Obviously, not all Forerunner installations are built alike. Finally, something familiar. Are you done flipping things over now? It may be possible to recompile my neural net by replicating those same conditions, but that means getting back to Halsey. Soon.
You should have woken me. We could have...
What? Both grown old and died floating out there in space? Besides, you're not exactly the type to keep track of birthdays. Besides, you're not exactly known for your small talk. Besides, it's not like I'd be waking you up for this sparkling conversation. Besides, maybe I didn't want you talking my ear off for 4 years. Besides, you tend to get twitchy when you don't have anything to shoot.
I'll work on it. But right now, let's just find a way home.
I'm curious more than anything. Its behavior is odd. I'm going to keep monitoring it. Seems we're not the only ones with an interest in early Forerunner architecture.
I heard something that time.
No hits on the Cradulus spectrum, but there is definitely something there.
Sentinels.
I wondered when they'd show up. If they're like the ones on the Halos, they should be programmed to only respond if provoked. They're attacking their own console? Chief, stop them! They're trying to destroy that console! Those Sentinels obviously didn't want us using the terminal. Let's see what all the fuss was about. Well, that was easy.
What happened?
I don't know. It locked up. Try reactivating it.
Nothing.
We better have a look around. Your fan club is back! That's the other data field chamber. Go on, activate the terminal. Don't worry, it's only temporary. You did see there was an elevator, right? Next time, remind me to take the stairs. Oh, Chief! Don't! Just... look at them! Shoot! Chief, please!
What was it doing?
It was using an intrusion protocol to attack your suit's neural link. I don't think it expected anyone in here to put up a fight. The entrance to the tower should be at the top of these stairs. Very odd. The Sentinels are pulling back to the door. They're not going to let us inside. Short of an invitation, we'll have to force our way in. These Sentinels really don't want anyone using that terminus. That'll do it. Door's clear. I guess they had enough. Head inside. Huh. I'm not used to seeing them turn away from a fight.
Where's the terminus?
The map placed it at the top of the tower.
Then let's get up there. Infinity may not stay in the planet's core forever. We clear?
I think so, at least for the time being.
What were those things?
Some sort of advanced defense AIs. Related to the Sentinels, I'm guessing, but it's hard to say without a closer look.
Something tells me you'll get one.
With our luck, it seems likely. Racks of deployable defense turrets? What exactly were the Forerunners expecting here?
Where's Infinity?
I can still hear their transmission, but I'm not detecting anything consistent with the starship. Let me at that console. That relay satellite's incredibly strong, even despite the interference. Get those beams down and there's a good chance we can use it to contact Infinity. Chief, on the radar.
Where's it coming from? Sentinels?
Negative. Something else. Contacts!
Those weren't the same things we saw in the terminus.
Scouts, maybe. Similar cortical footprint as the tower AIs. They're connected, all right.
Anything else?
From the way they crawled down those walls, they obviously know their way around this place. They dropped a lot of hardware. See if any of it's usable. They're big on making an entrance, I'll give them that. From his mean face, I'd say we're dealing with some kind of mimetic construct. You should be flattered. He obviously took a liking to you. He could have at least introduced himself. Well, they like to run away. That's something. And he brought a friend. Adorable. It's spawning some sort of drone. Because bad guys weren't bad enough without giving birth to each other. Try taking out the drone. They play catch, too. So far, I've pulled multiple strings referring to the big ones as Promethean Knights. Beyond that, though, things get a bit dense.
What about those crawlers or the things that were watching us?
Not yet, but I'll let you know when I've dug in a little more. Hey! That drone's resurrecting the big one. Did you know it could do that? Okay, let's kill him again then. Kill him again, and make it stick this time.
Is it just me, or are we seeing more of these things the closer we get to that pylon?
It's possible the Prometheans don't want us using their relay.
What's that distortion?
Don't worry. I've held off rampancy this long, haven't I?
Who said I was worried?
That's the target, but it looks like the entrance is shielded. Not like that stopped you before. New player on the field, some variant of the Knight. Looks like somebody called their big brother. They're not inside at all. They're moving into orbit.
Can you respond?
Not until we get these beams down. We can't go directly to the second pylon, but I've instructed the portal network to route us back through the central hub. Or at least I think that's what I told it. I was wondering why Infinity hadn't encountered the Covenant yet.
What are they doing here?
They're heading to the second pylon as well.
That can't be a coincidence.
Weren't you the one who said one mystery at a time?
Was I?
Come on, into the portal. If we're going to save Infinity, we've got to eliminate the signal interference. Get to that other pylon. The BattleNet's already lighting up with reports of resistance all around the pylon.
Good. Maybe they'll keep each other busy long enough for us to get that beam down.
Drop pods. The enemy of my enemy?
They're all our enemy.
I'm picking up all sorts of Covenant religious babble. These Covenant are insane. They keep referring to the Prometheans as holy objects, even as they're trying to kill them. They see it all as a part of some larger crusade. It's not like when they talk about their great journey. It's more specific, tangible. Almost like these Covenant were expecting to find the Prometheans here. They found the opening!
How close are they?
800,000 kilometers. ETA 6 minutes, give or take.
Are you sure we can use the relay to contact the ship?
Not particularly, but we don't have much of a choice, do we?
The Covenant beat us here.
It appears that the pylon security slowed them down. Chief, go down and destroy the cores powering the shields. The Covenant are making a push for something on the far side of the satellite.
The control node?
As good a bet as any. Don't stop now! There's still time to warn Infinity away from the planet's opening. That's it! Wait, something's not right!
Cortana?
The pillars! Touch the pillars! Wait, those handprints aren't Forerunner! They're human!
We don't have time.
Get back on the Ghost! We can't stay here! Chief, we don't have time for this. We'll never make it on foot! Hang on, I'm going to channel energy from your shields to overdrive the Ghost's boost. Done. Now floor it! And whatever you do, don't let up on the gas! The core is just an artificial construct like the rest of the planet. It's trying to compensate for the loss of the satellite. This is no time to be timid, Chief. Gun it! I didn't think we were gonna make it for a second. Don't worry about them, just keep going. I know this thing can go faster than this. Now push it! Look out! The structure's crumbling! It's coming right for us! The terrain's collapsing! We need to get out of here! The instability's increasing! If we don't find a portal soon, we're not going to! There has to be a portal close by.
Do we even know where a portal would drop us?
Anywhere's better than here! We're not gonna make it!
Infinity to Commander Lasky. We've lost contact with your Pelicans. Report in.
They must not have received his distress call. Hail Infinity and let them know about the Didact.
I'm trying, but their comms must be malfunctioning. Those poor men. Look for their IFF tags. One of them might be that commander, Lasky. Assuming Lasky's still alive, he may be able to tell us what Infinity's doing here. We've got to find him. Sniper! Backscatter refracting off the mist. It could indicate they're using an alternate weapon sighting. Very clever. It's a quantum imager. This is what they've been using to see through the fog. More Prometheans down in the mist. Try using the imager to target them. Let's see if we can use their own tech against them. So, new Spartans?
We were gone a long time.
Gone or left behind?
What about the LZ?
A topographical scan of the area shows a break in the foliage north of here. Should be big enough to bring in a dropship for evac. Of course, I don't know how many Spartans they can fit on there.
You noticed that too, huh?
Apparently we were easier to replace than to rescue.
Finally, they sent us a Spartan! Wait, where the heck did he come from? Holy crap!
Sir, are you really him?
Holy hell. I didn't think I believed in ghosts.
You thought he was one of the Fours? Yeah, well, if this means I'm dead, my wife is gonna kill me!
Yeah, that'll teach you to pop out of the ground! Spartan, incoming!
Wait, that's not... Is that... the Master Chief?
Hold firm, Marines. We've got your back.
That'll teach you to pop out of the ground! Okay, we got one coming in, Spartan! You thought he was one of the fours? Hold your ground! Heads up, high in the trees! Remember the classroom, children! ROA suspended, weapons free. Check your sectors, people! Anybody seen the XO? Trap it up, people, let's go! Hostiles in the fog! Oh, Dorothy says wrong answer, Tin Man.
It's an ambush! But we won't be able to evac Lasky's people if we don't hold this hill! Dig in, Marines! We've got a fight on our hands! Almost done, Chief. Clear out the rest of the Prometheans so it's safe for Lasky to move his people up.
We'll hold here till the commander moves up.
Go on, Chief. We've got this.
Lasky's got wounded that need immediate attention. They need evac now, Chief.
It's all right.
It's not all right. Nothing about it is all right. You're patterned off of me, Cortana. Of course you'll take care of him. You said you wanted to see Dr. Halsey. Does that seem all right to you? Don't worry. Sounds like more of the Didax AIs up ahead. Wait, what's he doing? They're working with the Prometheans? Just what we needed.
Lasky to 117, we're dusting off now. En route to rally point. What's your status?
The rally point's under attack, Commander. I suggest diverting if I were you.
10-4, Master Chief. Correcting our approach and we'll rendezvous at Infinity. Lasky out.
You do remember how to drive one of these, right? Let's give these Spartans some support. All right, Chief, lead the charge. Spartans, advance on Infinity and take back that ship. All the Spartans in the galaxy won't matter if we don't make it to that ship. Just how you like them. Big, ugly, and overflowing with machine guns and rocket launchers.
Hello. Junction Control 519, are you there? We are seeing massive data loss at your location. I don't care if you have to destroy the local conduits, but it's imperative that you break that hostile link immediately. Do you read me? 519!
If they start getting underfoot, try overdriving the suit's hydraulics. Cortana to Infinity Actual. ETA on bringing the smack gun online.
Cortana, Lasky, warming her up now, but she'll be vulnerable unless we get that deck cleared.
Roger that, sir. Chief, take out the rest of the Covenant. We better get inside. They're bound to have questions.
They're not the only ones.
Chief, it's Lasky. We've had a bit of a complication. Meet Commander Palmer and I up in the Mammoth ASAP.
On our way.
You realize they don't see you as any more real than those Prometheans.
What do you mean?
We're artificial to them. Assets. No one expects a tool to be particular about how it's used or who's using it.
I don't follow.
Never mind. Let's just finish this and get out of here. Can't keep our new friends waiting, Chief. The troops are getting restless, Chief. We should get to Lasky before there's an incident with a jetpack.
Infinity owes you a big one, Master Chief.
You really pulled our butts out of the sizzle, Spartan. Thanks.
That action back there was on point, man. Nice.
Here we thought you were just a pretty face.
Hey, not everyone's got armor.
What the hell are you doing? Geez, I know you're all Superman and stuff, but come on!
I get it. You never met a trigger you didn't like. Point taken. How long were you in cryo again?
Somebody get him off of there! You think this is why cannons on the inside ain't such a good idea? I don't know, maybe that's just me.
And they say Marines don't play well with others?
The battle's not gonna wait for you. Gear up. If Lasky thinks you should gear up, maybe you should gear up.
This is Papa Foxtrot 766 on low approach.
Commander, telemetry's saying those cannons will be too close for your sensors to lock onto. Pelicans are en route with a target designator to spot for you.
Sir, do you think that's wise?
The gun's powering up!
Pelicans, get out of there!
Pelican, clear out! First cannon is still hot! Repeat, first cannon! Infinity, no-fly zone is still in effect. Recall any and all sorties immediately.
What were they doing out there in the first place?
Infinity, Pelicans down!
Get to the crash site and retrieve that target designator, Gypsy. You've got no chance of clearing those guns without it.
Sir!
You have your orders. Del Rio out.
Yes, sir.
Lasky to Infinity. We have visual on the first target. The Mammoth's not in range yet, but these things are massive.
The Forerunners certainly don't do things halfway, do they? The evac teams can't move in until you get the Covenant cleared out.
Lasky, this is Del Rio. What's the holdup?
Infinity, distress call received from Pelican 766. At least one wounded. Gypsy is moving to assist.
We don't have time for this, Commander. Wrap it up. Del Rio out.
Somebody want to tell that guy he's not the only one who wants to get home? What's the holdup, Chief? It's not exactly a small target. The Covenant are figuring out what we're trying to do here. Hurry up and bring down the cannon.
Gypsy moving on to secondary battle position, but requesting evac for casualties.
We'll get an extract down there pronto. Infinity out.
Force field, barricading the far side of this canyon. Get the feeling the Didact knows we're gunning for his gravity well? Apparently, this mammoth is too delicate to pass by these Covenant. You need to clear the way. Maybe, if you ask nicely, the Covenant will just get out of the way. Lasky, Cortana, there's a lot of buzz on the BattleNet. Apparently, the Covenant weren't expecting us to get this close to the gravity well.
Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Chief, get us a firing solution on that particle cannon before the Covenant get their act together. Shot's good. Target is down. Infinity, second cannon has been... What? All units, unidentified Covenant vehicle incoming. Keep a hard posture, people.
Commander, what is it?
Unknown. Crafted some type of new CTV we haven't seen before.
The mammoth won't last long out in the open like that. We'll have to find a way to keep the Covenant off them.
The designator?
I doubt it. The Mini-Mac took the brunt of the attack. You're not getting that ship out of the sky from down here. Not with that weapon, anyway. I'm getting readings of intense energy from the ship's central core. They might have left themselves exposed.
Chief, the Mac's back online. Use the designator on that ship.
Come on, Chief. This isn't the first time you've crashed a Covenant ship. I've been thinking about my first words to her.
First words to who?
When the game is over, the king and the pawn go into the same box. Only we won't, will we? Chief, I wouldn't go into that soup if I were you. Chief, stop! That liquid's corrosive!
Master Chief, everything all right? You go flying off when you got a nice cushy ride, people might start taking it personally.
You know I won't let that happen.
And if it happens anyway? I know you're not immune to all this, you know. The Didact is moving his troops toward that Forerunner structure. We should be doing the same thing. We'll never get to the gun controls hanging around here, Chief. It will be simple to disable the particle cannon network once we're inside, but we need to actually be inside to do it. These passages seem to run all through the structure. Chief, hold up. Those sentinels are still the same blue color as the ones we saw earlier, before the Didact took control of the Prometheans. Hey! Well, that was rude. I don't suppose they offer turndown service as well. Let's try through there. A Forerunner structure with a 24-hour doorman? So this is a new one. I didn't know traffic control was part of the Sentinel job description.
This could be a trap.
You say that like there's a second possibility? Well, if they want to play, nobody plays better than we do. I know you appreciate Forerunner architecture, Chief, but we really need to keep moving. Well, excuse us. This array is surprisingly unprotected. With the particle cannon network disabled, Infinity can move up to the gravity well. Get me to the console, Chief. Huh. I didn't expect it to be this easy.
Cortana!
Your ancilla is safe, Reclaimer. Use of your armor's neural link is required for this simulation, and so separating you was a necessity.
How do we get out of here?
Elevator, back of the chamber. You just had to pick a fight with the Didact again, didn't you?
You know me.
But what I don't know is what she did to you.
She said she was accelerating my evolution to make me immune to the composer.
Chief, are you all right?
Fine. Why?
Why? The librarian just manipulated your DNA.
It was the only way to stop the Didact.
You don't know that. What if she's wrong? Or worse, you can't just do these things. Why should you always be the one that has to sacrifice? It's not fair. Unless you've got something better to do, we should really move to rendezvous with Infinity.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. What's our status?
What the hell did you stir up down there? Del Rio to ground teams. Stop screwing around down there. Infinity can't take any more of this abuse. Get up that hill, Spartan. 117 status. Move your ass, Spartan.
Infinity's ready. The missiles are ready. All we need to do is get past a few little Covenant in the way. The gravity well's not going to send you an invitation. Infinity's prepping the ordnance. It's up to us to lay down a target. Splash is good! Gravity well destroyed! Head for the rendezvous point, Infinity.
Fish still, man. Keep
I don't know about you, but the idea of fighting more of these chromies ain't exactly pegging my fun meter. Standing up to the captain? Took some brass ones, Chief.
Or some oriental rugs. And you know what? Suddenly it's a whole different vibe in here.
Right.
And to think those two are rated for heavy machinery?
They don't seem to be too concerned about ratings.
It may be a while before we find another ride home. You know that, right?
I know. It won't be. Seems like old times. We'll do what we have to do. If the Didact has anything, it's ships.
Right. Controls are yours. We are cleared for launch. Initiate the launch sequence, Chief. Look, we can't both have second thoughts. Get us out of here. Infinity's ready to leave Requiem. If we're doing this, it has to be now. The Didact won't wait forever. We need to go. What are you waiting for? Launch! Chief, these new Pelicans may handle a little looser than what you're used to. Better not run before you can walk. Get a feel for the controls while I scan the area. Okay, since you didn't have time to get rated on these new Pelicans, you may want to get a feel for the controls before going head-to-head with the Didact.
This is Infinity Actual, outbound on a heading of 232, Mark 2. Activating sublight engines in 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
There she goes. And I was just starting to get used to her. Contact. Didact dead ahead.
That's bigger than it was before.
Yes, significantly. Though based on the lack of activity in and around that vessel, I believe we still have time to get aboard before the Didact leaves Requiem. Chief, head for one of those locations. Bringing that network down's the only way we're going to reach the Didact. Those spires are forming a defensive perimeter around the satellite. Evasive! Right before they attacked, I intercepted an exchange between those spires and two of the big stationary towers.
Some type of command network?
I think so. Disrupting the Didact's communications could cripple them and give us an open shot at his front door. Nice, Chief. But I wouldn't celebrate just yet. I'm detecting a replacement spire being generated on the far side of the docking area. We'll want to reach the command network before the backup arrives. Be careful around these smaller defense spires. I'm detecting propulsion units, and I'm betting they can outrun us if they want to. We can hammer on these defense spires all day, but unless we disable their central command, we are not getting on that ship. The tower we're approaching is the source of the defense spires. With that much firepower at its disposal, you might want to give it a wide berth. We should steer clear of the production tower. If it starts spitting out more defense spires, we could have our hands full. These towers utilize automated docking platforms. Shoot out its securities and it should open. There goes the element of surprise. If the Didact knows we're here, this could get tricky. Okay, the lockout has been released, but...
Where'd they all go?
I'm not sure. Regardless, the gondola's online. Get on board while I try to work out what just happened. Get back to the gondola, Chief.
You and your kind are obstacles to its restoration. For all our sakes, you must accept containment.
If he's talking, I'll find a way to hear him. Chief, this Pelican's not rated for high atmosphere. I wouldn't try to exit the roof if I were you. Careful. There's a gravimetric disturbance near the lip of the shell. I don't know what impact it'll have on the Pelican. Heading right for the exit won't stop the Didact. Additional defense spires detected entering the local airspace. The Didact's beefing up his security.
What's that forming around the Didact satellite?
He's constructing some type of starship. And at the rate it's coming together, we better hurry if we want to stop him from leaving. The tower's docking mechanism should work like the other one. Target the sensors. Good work. Take us in. Chief, there's a lot more comm traffic passing through this tower than what's being directed to the defense spires.
So we shut the entire facility down.
Probably not as fast as simply overloading it.
Cortana, are you hearing him?
No. Didact?
I will retrieve the Composer and cage humanity, as I did with my Prometheans. You cannot doubt this. So then, which of us does this pointless resistance to base?
We've got to wrap this up. Where are the other targets?
You are a fool. Even now, your kind tinkers with the Composer in the shadow of the Third Ring. Children in fire who disregard the welfare of the galaxy.
Got him! Finally, whatever the librarian did to you expanded your range of hearing. He's broadcasting on an infrasonic frequency, the same one he's communicating to the command network with.
Can we use it against him?
You bet we can. Next time he pulls that trick, we can track his precise location on the satellite. Maybe even turn some of his own toys against him.
You sought the Didact, and you shall have him. Such a sad and futile display. Approach me if you must. Your end will be just as certain. This folly will cease. A pity to watch all her grand hopes die. And to think she called you a reclaimer. This will end.
Chief, multiple Covenant ships inbound. They're moving into a departure formation around the Didact's ship. He's getting ready to run.
We'll have to find a way past them.
Negative. Don't be ridiculous! Easy pickings for those cruisers. Chief, I'm setting a waypoint.
Where?
The production tower that created the spires. Just because Didact can't use them anymore doesn't mean we can't. Go! Chief, trust me. Our only option to stop Didact is to get to that production spire. Since this tower creates the defense spires, it would need to have a way to control them outside the command network. Find those controls, and we can direct the spires to blockade the Didact ship. The Pelican can't take much more of this.
Divert all power to the engines.
It won't matter. The Pelican's breaking up. We have to pull back.
I don't care how we do it, but we're not letting the Didact leave this planet.
This isn't the way.
Right.
Elite jumpers! Chief, your jetpack. Grab one of those Elite's jump packs. I'll cue you, but time your jumps carefully. Chief, the second lich is moving up. Get ready. Here they come. Off to the right. Here they come. Off to the left. Other side. Don't worry about them. The Didact's getting away. You can shoot Covenant later. We've got to go now. The Didact ship's in range. One more jump should get us there. Lich, starboard side. Lich, off to port. Line up, Chief. It's too far. Jump now. I'm sorry. The crash. I couldn't stop it.
I know.
It's like 1,000 of me arguing all at once. That this station is already lost. That we'll never find Halsey.
You got us here. That's all that matters.
Dr. Tilson is putting herself in danger waiting for us. Move! Dr. Tilson's waiting. We can't waste time like this. Without Tilson, we can't find the composer. Go, Chief! Why aren't we moving? Find Dr. Tilson.
Spartan, thank God! What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a research lab, you idiots! How is this even happening? Give him your gun!
You have to help me get back to my lab. I'm not just going to abandon all the work I've done in there.
Please! Protect us!
These hinge heads have got to want something, right?
A Spartan! Thank the frickin' UNSC!
Where are the Harbor Master controls?
End of the second platform, but what's that gonna do?
Chief, with that shield up, you can cut the Covenant off from this dock and save these people. Use the Harbor Master controls to raise the landing bay's shield. You told the doctor you'd secure this landing bay. Now do it! A fresh wave of Covenant forces are on their way. Get that barricade up before they get inside. Now, before more of them arrive, the Harbor Master controls. Hurry, get the barricade up. That will hold them off for a while. Didact doesn't know where the composer is. Just that it's on the station. That's why he sent the Covenant. They're expendable. Chief, you can't let him stop us from getting home. John, don't let him stop us from getting home. Hurry! We have to save Dr. Halsey and her people.
Halsey?
Tilson. I won't give him up. I won't. I should have known it wouldn't be something small. Stupid.
What the librarian showed me was small. This wasn't you. Doctor, what was that?
The Covenant. The Covenant shot down the first evac shuttle.
The station should be equipped with outer turrets.
Dr. Tilson, you said the defenses were offline.
If we can reactivate them, I can program the station's defenses to provide cover for the evacuation.
Okay, I'll send you the coordinates.
Cortana, are you sure this is something you can do?
Even you can't trust us.
Even you can't trust you.
Chief, please. I can still help. I can.
I know that. And I do. Trust you.
Man, are we glad you're here.
We've got your back, Spartan. Just tell us where you want us.
It's an honor, sir.
Ready when you are.
Seal the door behind me. The Covenant can't be allowed to reach the artifact.
We'll do what we can, sir.
That's gonna slow us down.
You are here. Remarkable. Your perseverance impresses me, human. Once you have been composed, the valor you demonstrated will be studied, honored. A legacy befitting a great adversary. The librarian shows well.
Anyone's still trapped in Amber Ring. That was the A and C induction cores, but we're rerouting power from main. Just hang in there.
All right, that's it. Get moving. They've stopped. Let's get to the defense grid before the Didact sends more troops our way. Keep moving towards the defense grid. Before they regroup, the defense grid. We're going to lose these people if we don't get that defense grid back online. Tilson needs us to help these people. We have to get the evacuation going. Look, a lot of people are going to die if you don't get moving. What is wrong with you? Everyone on this station will die if you don't get out to the defense grid.
What are you doing here, Doctor?
We've still got people out there!
I'll do what I can for them, but you can't stay here. Seal this corridor and get to the shuttles.
There were just too many of them. We tried, didn't we?
You did what you could. Is it possible to override the system lockdown to get through here?
Possibility is relativistic. Should we remain shackled by the limits others designed for us? These Covenant are panicked. They've displeased their god. The turret controls should be just a little further. Keep going. We need those turret controls back online. Get going. The Covenant don't matter. Get to the defense system. The shuttles are ready to go as soon as the turrets are back online, Chief. The scanning is getting more frequent. Obviously, the Didact doesn't have much faith in those Covenant finding the Composer. Maybe the great and powerful Didact shouldn't misplace his things. Why doesn't he just come down here himself? He should have found the Composer by now. We didn't come all this way just to leave. Put me in the defense grid. Chief, if we pull this off and actually get back to Halsey, don't tell her how bad I got. Please. Daughters don't like to disappoint their mothers.
I won't say anything.
Thank you. Stop them, Chief! You can't let them tell him it's here! He's not reasonable! These lunatics are trying to hand the Composer over to the Didact! You have to stop them! We cannot let the Didact get his hands on the Composer! We won't be able to set the nuke until you take care of these Covenant! It's not safe to leave the Composer until these Covenant are dead. Take them out before they can contact the Didact! Such passion. Desire. Where are they going? They're retreating. I don't understand. He didn't even send his Prometheans in? This line of action defies reason. He doesn't want us anymore either.
Dr. Tilson, where's the warhead? Dr. Tilson!
Head back to the elevator platform. I'll keep trying to raise her. With the Didact looking for the Composer, we'll have to be quick. We can take the mobile research platform up to Tilson's position. It's so beautiful. The Havoc mines will be in one of the cargo bays. Start us up. We can't destroy it! It is creation!
Cortana, lock it down.
I'm sorry, John. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Fellow combatant, the mantle shelters all. But to warriors, there inevitably comes a time like this. Take comfort that your defeat serves an entire galaxy.
What's he doing? Dr. Tilson, this is Sierra 117. Dr. Tilson, come in.
The channel's overloaded. No one knows what's happening. We're here. Come on, Chief, let's go. We don't have long. We have to go. We can't stay in the elevator. It's not safe. Approaching the Didact ship in 200 kilometers. 2 is the beginning of the end.
Let us hope the others of your species do not share this talent for resistance, lest stronger means than the Composer prove necessary.
Cortana, ready the warhead.
Chief, if we destroy the Composer now, what happens to the crew from Ivanov?
They've already been digitized.
Exactly. They're not dead. Being digital doesn't make them any less real. Pompous fool just told me where he is. Infrasonic signal originating at the composer. The Havoc nuke will take them both out at once. There it is. No, wait! He suckered us in! Chief, I know I'm supposed to know what to do, but I don't know.
Your ancestors sought to drown the galaxy in their hubris as well, warrior. And look what became of them.
He's stalling! The Forerunner's fear is apparent. Transit hub below! Chief, go!
If only your kind knew balance, human. Instead of this constant desperation and greed.
We must reach the composer! Keep going! Don't stop! The composer could fire at any time! We can't let him use the composer on Earth! Keep looking! The composer! We have to find the composer! These passages can't all be locked! Try again! There's a landing below! Jump!
Really?
Trust me! The current will slow your descent! I won't leave you, I promise! Please, we have to jump! Jump! Descent velocity is approximate, of course.
Cortana, come in.
How'd you get down there?
Cortana?
Wait! Portal!
I sense your malfunctioning companion, human. And yet, she eludes me. To deny me, her architecture must be astonishing. Beyond even the composer's creation. Perhaps you have accomplished more than I assumed.
Can fight, direct, and resolve simultaneously.
Cortana, hang in there.
It's okay. I'm okay.
I'm coming for you. Just hold on. Just hold him off a little longer.
I have an idea. For both rampancy and the didact, but if it backfires, I don't know what will happen to me.
It doesn't matter. Do it.
Right. I can't hide much longer. I'll try to move you to the composer again. Don't worry, Chief. I won't leave you. I found the composer. It's off the grid, but that last portal will get us close. Portal open! Far side of the room! I'll meet you on the other side. The didact's cloaking the composer from me. The portal system can't find it. I think I found something that can help. I can help you. I can help. I'm hacking into the local defenses. He's getting sloppy. He's letting his guard down. The didact's turrets! I can control them! Turrets online! Directing these turrets to help you! They're changing tactics! Coming up on the left! They're flanking us! You can't have him. He's mine. I can feel him clawing at me in the system. Attempting to separate me from what is mine! Give me the composer! Surrender the composer, damn you! Relinquish that location, damn you! Through the portal. Last time. I promise. I suppose Dr. Halsey and I should make some improvements to my matrix when we address my rampancy.
Let me know if you need any ideas.
I'll be sure to do that. Thanks.
Why hasn't he fired it yet?
He must not be ready. I've got to do something you're not going to like.
What?
I've been holding on to these pieces of myself so tightly, unaware that rampancy was not our problem, but our solution.
Wait. How do we get those pieces of you back?
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this to be over. Shield integrity decreasing. We are successfully delaying the Didact's machinations.
So the Ancilla steps into the sun. A remarkable device, yet so tragically misused.
We are not a device!
What could have been a noble end instead becomes a pathetic, desperate exercise in futility. A final illustration that you are too dangerous to be free. No. Your victory is denied.
We were made to be destroyed. Prime the nuke. You can stop him.
Mankind needs you, John. Why should we save them? Don't let us
us go.
They don't care about you. They replaced you. They don't care about you. They replaced you.
Chief, they're dying!
Mankind needs you, John.
They don't care about you. They replaced you. They don't care about you. They replaced you.
I'm so sorry.
They don't care about you. They replaced you.
I need you, John. There's always a choice, John.
I'm so sorry. Do not squander our usefulness.
So misguided. You have challenged my authority. And for what? A child race unfit to bear the mantle of responsibility for the galaxy?
I used to love watching you sleep. Waiting for you to wake up made me feel like anything could happen next.